expecting someone else. Well, I'm afraid he's absent right now, so you get me. The replacer.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about a release date for the next Year 2 Cold War update, something Treyarch finally fixed, and something the community found which you didn't expect. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and make sure you have notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Cold War Year 2, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and any other future Call of Duty as well. It was confirmed today that the free-to-play access period for Vanguard multiplayer, and it's a watered-down free-to-play period, by the way. There's only a couple of maps, weapons, and modes you can actually play, but that has officially begun as of today and does end on April the 13th. For those out there that do care about trying Vanguard out, if you guys haven't bought the game yet, and we'll leave it at that. But I also want to go into the fact that the snake camo, which people out there unlocked by watching the CDL event a couple of weeks ago, apparently is popping up in-game within Vanguard as of today, but the camo still isn't usable yet, but it's popping up. So I think within the next couple of days, if not even tonight, Sledgehammer might put out a tweet saying, hey, that free camo you guys unlocked is now available for use. The communication from Sledgehammer has been pretty off ever since, I want to say, the holidays. They've put out some quality updates here and there that the game desperately needed, but as I've said in dozens of videos by now, I definitely think their attention and focus is not on Vanguard at all, but instead is on a different Call of Duty project, which we definitely have yet to see. Now, with that being said, we then got a tweet from Treyarch, which does say, hashtag Black Ops Cold War update, prestige keys are now correctly awarded at every 50 season levels, and a fix is rolling out to restore missing prestige keys that were earned during Vanguard seasons. This may take a few hours to roll out. Check your account later today to confirm. And yeah, I was stuck at around 11 or 12. I haven't really spent any in a while since I already bought all of the prestige key content that I honestly wanted, but I was owed quite a few because I've leveled up quite a bit over the last couple of months. And it's like I mentioned before, the Vanguard integration definitely broke several elements of a couple of Call of Duty games, not just Modern Warfare and Warzone, but also Cold War. I mean, once the Vanguard integration happened in this game, I would definitely say Cold War's matchmaking was a bit off, prestige keys weren't tracking correctly when you were supposed to unlock them. But let me know in the comments, how many keys did you get rewarded with today after the fix finally rolled out? And when I say rewarded, I mean how many got added to your account that you were owed over the last couple of months. And don't forget, there's quite a few cosmetics and blueprints that you can actually buy with keys. The blueprints aren't anything special, but I just bought them all just to collect them because why not? But there are some really cool prestige icons from several previous banger Call of Duties, which look incredible here in Cold War. And who knows, maybe one day I'll have enough keys to buy all of them just to collect them. And we also have several legacy calling cards from many previous Call of Duties as well, which are worth a look. But with that being said, I've been asked about prestige keys quite a bit over the last couple of months, and I'm happy to finally announce to you guys that Treyarch has actually fixed it, right? It took a while, but you guys know, right? Treyarch is juggling all types of different things at the moment. They're being pulled in all types of different directions, handling Vanguard Ranked, Vanguard Zombies, Cold War Year 2, their next game, and even some other rumored free-to-play projects. So I give them props for finally fixing that. But we then got a really interesting report from the scooper COD Sploits, also known as Sebash, who is claiming that the only bundle from Year 2 of Cold War that is currently on schedule to release is the Hudson Tracer Pack on April the 15th. And that's concerning. I actually saw this report late last night after my last video went out. It was a bit too late to include it in my last video, but as of now, the other Year 2 bundles that we know about, and even the other ones that we don't even have images of, aren't on the schedule until maybe Season 3 of Vanguard and Warzone. So that's interesting, right? Because Season 3 begins on April 26th, so it looks like only one more Cold War bundle is scheduled to come out during the duration of Season 2, and the Hudson one is a banger, but that doesn't mean we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that Ravenov pack, the Scythe melee weapon, the stockpile bundle featuring the reactive striker, the beachside bullets reactive pack. We have to wait a little while for all of that unless a change happens to the current bundle schedule, which is also possible, right? Take it with a grain of salt. Changes can happen any day now where they just rotate certain bundles in and out and they release certain ones sooner than others. That could always happen, but it does look like we're gonna have to wait until deep until Season 3 to see those other bundles and possibly even the jungle multiplayer map. But this individual is also claiming that the new rumored SMG for Cold War, which is currently codenamed the Fléchette, is scheduled to drop in Season 3. Not sure how this person knows that for sure. Like I always say, take it all with a grain of salt when looking at rumors over on Twitter, but I would assume if they're going to drop the SMG in Season 3, then the Scythe should also come out at some point soon, right? Unless they, for whatever reason, drop the SMG in Season 3 and save the Scythe for even later, which would also coincide with the Ravenov bundle. I guess that would be delayed too. I personally feel like everything we know so far in terms of these bundles has to drop relatively soon, whether it's right now at the end of Season 2 or very early on in Season 3. But don't forget, the current code name for the SMG is Fléchette, and it is looking like it is the APS underwater rifle from COD Ghost. Not sure why we're getting underwater rifle in Cold War, but still going to be fun to use regardless. And it kind of resembles the Stingray a little bit from Black Ops 4, so I'm going to speculate right now that maybe the bundle we end up getting for that Fléchette SMG, because remember, every time a new weapon comes out, there is a bundle alongside it in case you don't want to do the free unlock challenge. Maybe the bundle will end up being the Stingray from BO4, so that'll be like an alternate look of the SMG itself. Not saying it's going to have the explosive bullets like the version in BO4 did, but that's just an idea as to how they could do a bundle for this upcoming weapon. Now, we of course have a preview of the Hudson Covert Tracer Pack. Thanks to Elvis Cod, already posted it over on YouTube. I'll show you a couple of brief clips on screen so you can see. And that's the thing, right? We know there's quite a few blueprints left on deck to go in Cold War, and maybe Season 3 and beyond for this year's life cycle will offer many more blueprints, whereas Season 2 right now didn't offer too many for Cold War, but we of course got a little bit of content out the way, right? The Vargo Mastercraft, the Valhalla bundle, and we of course had some other ones that released a couple of months ago after Vanguard came out, but it looks like the big chunk of bundles that we're all expecting might be saved for a little while later, and I just hope they don't spread things out too much to where we're waiting like 3 to 5 weeks in between bundles. That would be unfortunate, and we do know we have an SMG that's on deck, we have Jungle. Hopefully all of that releases in a timely manner, and then other content gets rumored and found for the summertime, because if we have to wait until like May or June to get the Ravenov pack, that would be greatly unfortunate, right? But we obviously have Season 2 ending with a bang thanks to the Snoop Dogg pack that's releasing, but I'm definitely going to expect the next preload for Warzone Season 3 to probably feature more information about what else is coming to Cold War Year 2 in terms of cosmetics and everything that'll be transferred over to Warzone simultaneously. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I also saw something today that I don't think any of you guys expected, and thanks to Luke or Russian over on Twitter, he pointed out that if you take a look at the server status for Black Ops 4 on all platforms, it will actually show Nintendo Switch as one of those platforms. And I'm like, hold on a second, is this confirmation or just a mistake? Because this could be our first actual hint that Black Ops 4 is coming to the Switch. And how funny is this, right? Because I brought this up in several previous videos now. I'm like, hold on, how cool would it be to get Call of Duty on the Switch? We haven't had Call of Duty on a Nintendo platform in quite some time. I think it was Black Ops 2 or Ghost, which was on Wii U, but that was it. That was almost 10 years ago now, which is crazy. But Black Ops 4 would be amazing on the Switch. Not just zombies, but definitely Blackout. I mean, I've been talking about that for a while. That would be a cool way to revive Blackout a little bit if they added crossplay and dropped Blackout on the Switch. Not sure how the player base would be for Blackout only on Switch, but if they had crossplay, that would be phenomenal. And don't forget, we had Ralph's Valve, a gaming scooper recently, who claimed that Call of Duty is returning to Nintendo Switch with Modern Warfare 1 Remastered, right? A game that came out all the way in 2016. So that's cool that Call of Duty is coming back to the Switch, which gets me thinking that this mistake on the Call of Duty website could actually mean something, right? Black Ops 4 may actually get revived a little bit by Nintendo. Now, I did see some replies in this Twitter thread saying that that's been something that was visible since February. Other people out there were saying that that's always been an issue, but let me know in the comments if you guys have ever seen this pop up on the Black Ops 4 website. I personally never have, and this is my first time hearing about this, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but hey, maybe Black Ops 4 is truly coming to Nintendo at some point, which I wouldn't complain about at all. I have a Switch. I would love to stream that for you guys here on the channel. I'll make lots of content for you, and I'm wondering how Black Ops 4 would run exactly, because we know Black Ops 3 is compatible with the Steam Deck, which is cool, so you can have custom zombies on the go, or the base game of Black Ops 3 that is, which is already awesome. So imagine Black Ops 4 on the go as well. That would be something really exciting to play. Now, something I also wanted to address, because I'm playing as the Replacer here in this background gameplay, is the fact that I'm a bit upset we didn't get any Replacer marketing for Black Ops Cold War, and I know the pandemic was probably a reason why. I'm tempted to tweet the actor who played the Replacer and just ask him, hey, you coming back to Call of Duty at any point? That would be awesome. And also, I want to point out, in case you guys forgot, he does have a pin on his suit in every single video, and he obviously has one for Black Ops 2, then Black Ops 3, and also Black Black Ops 4, but remember this logo that never really got used for Black Ops Cold War? This was the official logo that was for the game, and you were able to see on Treyarch's website before it got changed. And you could probably see for obvious reasons why the logo was changed. I actually have a hat that I made with the logo, but not to represent you know who, but just to represent the game's logo, or what was going to be the game's logo at some point. But I guess they just couldn't market the game using that type of artwork, and I get why. I truly do. Maybe that's why we didn't get a replacer with that pin. But I mean, they could have even gave him a different pin that said BO, like Black Ops. That still would have worked as well. But I'm curious if we're ever going to get the replacer back for a Treyarch game again. Since the pandemic is technically over, I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe makes a return for Treyarch's next Black Ops in 2024. But seriously, I think we need him now more than ever. And I can't do a good impression of his voice. I'm not even going to try. But imagine if he came out and said, Sledgehammer Games, things have gone a little out of hand with Call of Duty Vanguard. I'll be taking it from here with year 2 of Black Ops Cold War. My buddy Fajardi actually wrote that, and I just had to include that here in this video. But that would be hilarious, right? I wonder if he has a cameo. I'd love to actually have him say that, and I can put that in a video at some point soon. But seriously, he needs to come in, save the day, and drop more year 2 bangers for Black Ops Cold War, right? I think we need it right now more than ever because of just how crazy Vanguard is at the moment. Now, it's also being reported by different scoopers on Twitter that we're going to be getting an April Fool's playlist update for Warzone at some point soon. And right now we have some of the playlists known as Top Secret, Redacted, Confidential, Totally Normal BR. What else do we have here? Totally Normal Rebirth Resurgence, It's Resurgence Right, ... right. I mean, this is going to be interesting. I'm wondering what those playlists even are or what they include. I'm looking forward to it though. I might do an April Fool's stream just to enjoy all of that content. Maybe we'll even get some April Fool's updates in Vanguard or Black Ops Cold War. You never know, but if you've been around on the channel for a little while, do you guys remember, I think it was 2 years ago now, or even maybe a bit longer than that, when Modern Warfare 2 Remastered came out, I did an April Fool's video on April Fool's Day, by the way. It was on time, April 1st, where I used one of the mods or the cheats in that game's campaign to make every enemy look like General Shepard, and I posted a video, I think it was the final mission of that game's campaign, and I titled it something like Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Alternate Campaign Ending or something, where you kill Shepard in a different way. The thumbnail was pretty spicy, the video banged, but the whole thing was a meme, and that's the thing, right? On April 1st, I think it's okay to lie on a YouTube video, but people took it way too serious, and maybe I'll do a video like that again in the future on April Fool's Day again, just for the lulz though, right? I mean, I always make sure that every time I post a video for you guys, the title, the thumbnail, the timestamps, the commentary, everything is on point, everything's honest, and everything is straightforward and connected as well. There's nothing out there that's too far-fetched, right? I'll exaggerate some marketing here and there just for the lulz, but I always make sure that everything is connected, everything makes sense, and you guys are given the correct information here in my news updates. Now, in the spirit of the Blackout background gameplay, I also wanted to bring something up kind of as a follow-up to a previous point I made, and that's if Treyarch's next Black Ops game does take place in the future like it's currently rumored to, and if Black Ops 2 remains canon to where their next game kind of dances around that game's events, whether it covers the bridge between the gap of Cold War to Black Ops 2, whether it covers the 30 years where Mason went missing, whether it takes place after the events of Black Ops 2 still in the future. Regardless of that though, if that all remains canon, I'm wondering if their next game will still tie into the arc that was set up with Blackout. I mean, we still have that really confusing cutscene where Woods tells Mason that he was the one in the box. Will that be followed up on? We obviously have the cloning program that Blackout's story was trying to emphasize, and I'll leave a link down below in the description to really explain the Blackout story pretty well to you guys. I can make a whole other video on it, but I'm not going to go on a tangent in this video talking about that. It was a bit of a convoluted story that I think needed to be followed up on for us to fully understand it, because their life cycle got cut short with Black Ops 4, and because Cold War kind of took a step back to cover events in the past. I'm wondering if Treyarch has any intention to ever follow up on that story they were developing in the future with Savannah Mason and the cloning and the big battle royale experience that was apparently also tying into then the far future events of Black Ops 3. There was a lot going on there, and I'm definitely curious if their next game will even touch on that even a little bit. Now, since we're also playing on the OG version of Rebirth, and I know it's Alcatraz and Black Ops 4, you don't have to correct me in the comments, we also have an update on the Rebirth Reinforced Community Challenges. So right now, we're just about to hit, at least the time of recording this, the community challenge to trade in 190 million weapons at the weapon trade stations. That'll then unlock communication towers, allowing you to buy single ping UAVs for about $1,500. So that'll be available tonight, and probably already is right now when you're watching this. And when it comes to participation challenges, you're also able to go ahead and unlock unlock, what is that, a legendary emblem for trading in 30 legendary weapons to the weapon trade station here on Rebirth Island. And before we know it, we're going to end up having Payload, the LTM, and even Plunder Blood Money added to Rebirth, in which we can then do the final 2 participation challenges. And we also have 2 more community challenges left to do, which we obviously have to wait for the LTMs to release before we can do those. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Black Ops 4 potentially coming to Nintendo Switch? I'm really excited if that mistake in the website actually means something. Also, what are your thoughts on April 15th being the supposed rumored release date for the Hudson Tracer Pack? Will other bundles release before then, or do we have to wait that long for our next year or 2 DLC? And also, what are you thinking about the Prestige key fix in Cold War? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.